Say something. Let me just double check if you're not.
It is.
Okay, you're here. I'm like, is he here this time? Have I done the audio properly? Hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we talk about films and other such things. Sometimes they're films, sometimes they're not. But actually, this week we've had some things to talk about, and we'll get to them. The movies in the little picture there. You can see what movie we're going to talk about later. We're going to talk about what we did during the week. Talk about some news, and we have a person in the chat. Hello there. And
Hello.
yeah,
Just double check because reasons.
you're double checking. Are you checking the?
Yeah, I've been watching stuff right now.
Double checking the audio.
What the fuck is this?
What?
I have a Twitch notification for something I don't give a fuck about.
There's a bunch of people
Why?
streaming special events. I don't know what that is on my end, but I don't know what's going on there.
Professional sad boy JC Stewart, Griffith Jones take the stage. Host Jack Howard. I don't even know who these people are. Don't give a shit.
Wow.
Why is this a notification?
Yes, tell me, good sir. How have you? What have you done this week? How are you doing?
Well, I proceeded to move places, so that was the whole of my week.
Oh yeah, you said that last week that you were gonna.
Yeah, I moved
Shift.
places.
Yeah.
It was a thing. I have new roommates. It's fine.
Oh, you're not with the other dudes anymore.
No.
Ah.
Other than that, it's just been quiet. Same old, same old.
Did you not?
Corona.
Corona Chan is in full swing. Yeah.
Nothing other interesting, I guess.
Tell you what I did.
What did you do?
I finished Cryptic Passage. Well, not Cryptic Passage.
Postmortem.
Is there a difference between the two?
Oh yeah, Cryptic Passage is shittier.
Is it? I'll need to start it again then, because I feel like they both started the exact same, so I didn't end up playing it.
No, Cryptic Passage is just not good.
Postmortem is the one with the different cultists, yes?
Yes.
Just so I'm sure I've actually finished the right one.
Yes.
That last boss fight in Blood, Postmortem, can eat my taint.
Easiest boss fight ever.
Well, I did the silly thing where I activated all three of them.
I mean, it's still doable.
It's still doable if you can close the gap, but when all three of them are coming at you from every single direction.
Just, I don't have issues.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Postmortem is a DLC to Blood, a game from like back in the 90s.
Sorry, it's an expansion pack.
It's an expansion pack. It's not a DLC, actually. That's a good point. It's a full episode, basically, with how many levels were they? Was it 7?
I think so. Oh no, there's a secret level.
I didn't end up getting to that, I think. No.
That's fine.
And the final boss is a cultist that turns into a werewolf that chases you around, and it stomps the ground in a massive attack that's barely dodgeable. So that's good. I think I ended up bugging out the third one. I don't know what happened, but he would just sat in a corner attacking the wall.
No, that's normal.
So
it's engine jank.
So I just kind of chucked a bunch of dynamite at him, and he died. So I guess.
Just run for. See, the funny thing is, I actually was too bored doing the whole ring around the rosy strat that you actually have to do to beat it.
Yeah.
And I just run around in the courtyard and kill them.
That works too. The courtyard's actually well designed to where you can actually dodge, bob and weave in between places.
Oh, look, competent level design.
Yeah.
I was working on a game.
I like the little slopey bits that lead up to the second level that you can literally just ride up the slope and get there, which you wouldn't get nowadays. You would get like a dumb climbing animation to even get near the ledge, and then the monster just kills you. But I also watched Scoob.
Oh, did you like it?
I want to say I did, but I don't think I did.
Ah, that's too bad. I actually didn't mind it. I've seen worse things.
Yeah, it was pretty harmless. But there were bits in it that just made me genuinely cringe, and it's been a while since I've actually cringed at a kids film.
Well, I mean, this is the 2020 movie.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, Scooby-Doo's always had like even back in the day, they've had like guests, like crossover guests, like the like
like John Cena.
John Cena and the whole wrestling crew. Fucking Simon Cowell, really?
Yeah, I know. But the weird thing is, it kind of fit into the story.
No, it did, and a lot of the jokes were really good.
I know.
I just feel like it was very cookie cutter. Nothing about it stood out that much.
I'm gonna go with it. I mean, they played it safe. I'm fine with
Very
that.
safe.
And don't get me wrong, sometimes safe is good if you do it right, and
Yeah.
I think they did it right.
It's just it felt like it also suffered from in places, like the new Smurfs movies and how shit they are and how everything's constantly moving and it's absolute chaos.
No, because I've never watched them.
Yeah, well,
watching shit.
What I'm saying is those movies are constantly moving, so your little 5-year-old doesn't get distracted. And a lot of this movie in places felt like it.
Fair enough.
And what also bothered me is we didn't get a lot of the actual Scooby gang together. It was mainly just Shaggy and Scooby doing their own thing, while the other ones were just sidelined.
Well, to be fair, that's kind of how it always goes when you think about it. Even in the old.
I'd say in the old ones, everybody got decent screen time together.
Well, not really, because it's still mostly Shaggy and Scoob that got to do shit.
Oh yeah,
The rest of them
they're the favorites.
Yeah.
Also, the Velma design in this movie did things to my psyche that I needed to clean up afterwards.
Sure.
It's the best she's ever looked. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough.
To be fair, it's the best they've all ever looked, but yeah. And Marky Mark as Captain Falcon was a pleasant surprise. I thought it was Ryan Reynolds at first.
Marky
Mark. Yeah, so I also watched The Color Out of Space.
Oh, finally.
Yes.
About time.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, did you enjoy the fucking 15-minute tirade of how to milk a llama?
Yeah, that was...
I did. It was something I didn't know that I wanted, but...
Nicolas Cage milking a llama and explaining to the guy how you have to milk the llama and be careful and shit. That was funny. But it's a good film. It has a couple issues, to be honest with you.
Well, the usual, like...
But this one and the one we watched last week they follow each other beat for beat.
I know.
Very good adaptations of the story.
I know.
To the point where I almost wanted to give you another film for next week that's also based on Lovecraft called The Resurrected.
Oh, I know that one.
That movie is fucking awesome, but I'm not going to give you that. It's from like 90 or 91 or something. And
yeah, I remember this movie. That's a good movie.
It's got incredible practical effects, and it's very well written. But I'll give you a different film for next week because, yeah, I'll actually give a film very similar to this one in themes that we're going to talk about later. But yeah, Blood I did. Then Color Out of Space done. Scoob done. I actually had notes, but fuck them. Yeah, and that's about it, really. I played a bunch of Titanfall again because
fair enough.
That game is like crack. Even when you lose, it's still like crack. And I did play some Dota, but not much Dota, or not enough to be exciting to talk about. Because let's face it, Dota can be pretty dry when you try and.
All MOBAs can be dry.
Yeah.
MOBA cycle.
You have to watch it to actually, appreciate it, and me talking about it afterwards just doesn't. I wouldn't say it works all that great. Yeah. Shall we get into some news?
Sure.
There is actual news this week.
Oh.
Yes. Well, also Wilford Brimley passed away.
Who was he again?
Wilford Brimley, big mustache.
Oh.
From The Thing, the guy the guy they isolate on his own.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah. 85 years old, he passed away. Yeah.
Okay.
Glorious.
At this point, okay. Glorious
Glorious bastard. Yeah. Also, James Gunn revealed some images for Suicide Squad, and it's just
Yeah.
titles. So, and it looks nice, and the whole cast wished him a happy birthday on Twitter. That was pretty funny. But what I will say is expect 10 to 25-minute reviews on YouTube from people talking about the meaning and the significance of these posters. I bet money on that.
Oh, I mean, the same shit happened with fucking Nocturne,
Oh.
and the Shin Megami Tensei 10-minute videos on who these demons that were shown for like a split second are actually. It could be this guy, which is obviously, but it could be also these 5 other demons. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this shit?
the bullet holes in the suicide part of the title indicate the amount of characters in the film. Smash like, subscribe. Raid Shadow Legends is our sponsor today.
And don't forget to hit that bell button.
Hit
and
the
comment.
bell. Support us on Patreon. Yeah, expect videos like that. The amount of channels I actually unsubscribed from at one point, because a lot of the videos just turn into tirades that you get about a minute of content that you came for to the video, and then the rest of it is just
Content.
well. Say you see a title on YouTube and it says the reveal for this, okay? And you go, oh, I want to see the reveal for this, and you click on the video, and it's say 12 minutes. A minute of that is the actual reveal. The rest of that is the person pretending to be funny because they think they're funny. Reading off a sheet for 2 minutes for a sponsor, and then another minute of quality YouTube content. I'm saying this with massive air quotes right now.
Well, you see, you're not wrong, but here's the thing: that fucking spicy ad revenue, though.
Well, yeah, and the watcher retention. After all, my 12-year-old subscribers can't come here for my energy. Or if it's a girl, people just comment there because boobs.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Because they're all simps or whatever.
Oh boy.
Let's not get into the simps, yeah. 2 trailers. One of them is for a movie called I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Sounds fucking pretentious as shit.
Honestly, it's not. Hold on. It looks...
Oh, wait, Charlie Kaufman.
Yes, it looks incredibly interesting. It looks like it's supposedly a horror film, but it looks like there's a lot of comedy in it too, and it deals with like time and time travel and stuff, and it looks really good.
Still though, I'm gonna say it looks pretentious.
Well, it's a Charlie Kaufman film. It's going to be a little bit pretentious, regardless. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing this one because it looks cool.
Oh, Toni Collette.
Yes, I also saw Toni Collette, and I was like, yeah, it looks nice, but it also looks. It's also Professor Lupin from the Harry Potter films. He's the husband.
Anything else?
And another film called... Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Another film called Get Duked. Which
is this a Duke Nukem movie?
No, fuck me. Imagine. Although we were supposed to get a... Somebody did announce a Duke Nukem film some time ago. So...
This looks like a fucking UK movie. Fuck me.
It's about these teenagers that end up getting hunted by a bunch of rich folk in the Highlands. And I'm not even kidding. I laughed. I think it's already come out. It came out at a festival at one point. But it's it looks funny. It's in the vein of what's the other one that we always talk about? Commonly asked questions about time travel.
Yeah, FAQ about time travel. It's frequently asked questions.
Oh yeah, is it? Yeah. It has the same energy of that. Although FAQ about time travel I believe is PG-13. Oh no, it's a 15. Never mind. No, never mind.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, this one's rated R, straight up. But yeah, it looks funny, and there's a lot of dry, like Edgar Wright humor in it as well. So I hope it's good. It looks good. But yeah, not much else going on. Again, at least this is something, in comparison to last week, or the week before, where most of it was just us trying to fill for time. Oh yeah, Tenet is coming to the UK cinemas on the 26th of August.
Wait, Tenant?
Yeah, the Chris Nolan film.
Oh.
Yes. Also, there's a DC event happening on the 22nd. It's a 24-hour live stream that's going to talk about all the new films and all the new. It's like a like online Comic Con thing, completely free to watch as well. So DC are going to be streaming it then. Yeah, anybody can watch it. It's free and shit. So we're gonna get Wonder Woman reveals and the suicide, pretty much everything DC has had to sort of offer over the
Oh
next few
yeah,
years.
I think you're gonna like this. Kojima's making a horror game with the artist Junji Ito.
Supposedly, Junji Ito said he would like to do it, but nothing's confirmed, so to speak.
I think he can at this point, because it's fucking Kojima. He doesn't have fucking pachinko machines behind him anymore.
Yeah, Junji Ito is also incredible. If anybody who doesn't know who Junji Ito is, go look him up. He's the
I mean,
Japanese version of Lovecraft when it comes to storytelling,
eh,
except he's less racist.
eh.
Eh.
I mean, when you think about it, because I've read most of his work, half of it is just funny.
Well, yeah, a lot of it
It's like
is.
when you read through half of Uzumaki, half of it is just funny. Like they make those weird ass faces and shit. And like, this is not scary. What the fuck is this
Well, it's
shit?
not scary to us, but it's very scary to the Japanese because he's a best-selling author. So
I mean, it's not bad because it's drawn fucking magnificently and there is an
yes.
actual plot to it.
Also, if you're an artist, you would appreciate because
Oh,
his
I
art
think you're
style
gonna
is
love
very
this.
Western influenced as well.
I think you're gonna love this. A couple of days ago, there was a Twitter meltdown.
Oh no, who?
All of them. You see, the left.
Everybody?
Oh, because the far left got triggered. 'Cause someone
Oh,
trolled them real badly, saying that 2 + 2 = 4, and they started saying that is a what was it? Oh, wait. A fucking biker sent me this shit, and I think I had a fucking aneurysm out of the sheer stupidity of this.
but
Uh,
isn't 2 + 2 actually 4?
well, yeah, but
In
okay.
basic
Sorry,
technicality, it
no,
is 4.
sorry. I'm calling this. Nope, the idea of 2 + 2 = 4 is a cultural, and because of Western imperialism / colonization, we think of it as the only way of knowing. I think I had a fucking brain aneurysm.
While you were reading that, my eyes rolled all the way
See,
back
I
and came
want to point
around.
out that this was posted on Twitter on a fucking PC, which basically runs on these supposed assumptions. Mind you, that they were proven. And then this Cambridge University lecturer on mathematics started debating shit. I fucking just different bases. He was like, "Oh, but 2 + 2 = 5 in different bases." I was like, "There doesn't exist a base where 2 + 2 = 5. You fucking idiot! Like, come on, what the fuck is that?" Then he started, and it somehow ended up full round to transgender women, and I'm like, "What?"
How am I not surprised?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I just imagine explaining to these people that the numbers, the way they're written, are actually from Arabic descension, and zero isn't the concept developed by the Indians. Imagine
Yeah,
fucking
it's all
colonization.
Arabic.
Jesus.
The Indians brought us math.
The Indians brought us a zero and a lot of math, but
Yeah,
actually, and they
but
brought us the actual case of Pythagoras theorem. But the Pythagoras theorem is just a private case because the Indians proved the general case, but they didn't know about cosines and sines. That came later.
yeah. Do you want to hear something similar to this in a very similar vein in Justice Pretentious shouting?
Okay.
It was going around Instagram a couple of days ago, or I can't even remember who posted it. Actually, nobody posted it. I saw it in the Discovery feed or whatever, and I can't find it. Fuck. Basically, it was. Oh, it's loading now. There we go. I will find it. Hold on. I'm looking for it. I will find him. It was. Oh God, where is it? Basically, it was a riff on you know the typical what's it called? The old saying, "Boys will be boys,"
Yes.
and how that is just a stupid saying, and it shouldn't be taken seriously. Okay, here it is. This person,
Well, it's a thing that shouldn't be used anymore. It
true,
will be on that part.
but okay. English is my third language, so help a girl out. Is it pronounced boys will be boys, or society's inability to acknowledge that toxic masculinity is rampant and such a notion just encourages an environment where the patriarchy is held unaccountable?
What are her first two languages? Is her first language bullshit?
I I couldn't give a shit what her first two languages were. I couldn't give a shit if it was a guy or a girl or anybody that posted this. However, I'm gonna say this. If you're gonna push your feminist or any other agenda to the point where you've become fanatic about it, don't try and twist an old saying that is basically just harmless. Like just because your dad drinks too much, doesn't mean boys will be boys is applicable to him.
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm not here an aficionado of this shit, but the way I understood it is the whole point of that saying is that some things are excusable by shitty behavior. It
Yeah,
should never
just
happen.
just say that then. Don't just twist something on its. Don't
And
twist the
it's
words
hidden,
just
and
because boy is in the word and not girl.
yeah, I remember growing up and the shit that the girls did around me was fucking worse than the things we did to each other.
Yeah,
God,
but you can't say that because you're pushing them down, even though you're just sharing your opinion.
I mean, they were doing that to themselves and each other.
Yeah, that's what
Most of
that.
us were sitting there going like, "What the fuck is this? I mean,
Yep.
this shit is brutal." They even fought worse than us because there is always this unwritten code of not doing specific things. That shit
Yeah.
didn't
When
fly with
when
them.
when boys fight, you don't go for certain parts, but when girls fight, they're
No,
fucking brutal,
no,
man.
no, it's not just that. I mean, fuck that. I was like, when you go down on the ground, it's over. Just stop. I mean, when a guy says stop, just stop.
Yep.
No, that shit didn't fly. You go down on the ground, they will stomp your head out. Like, what the fuck is this?
Hmm.
This is not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, like
This.
her twisting boys will be boys on its knees is like me taking that statement and saying, do I say feminists will be rabid feminists or do I say whatever the fuck she said? It's the same thing and it's just silly.
But it's her third language and her
I couldn't give a
first language.
fuck what it is. What you're saying is moronic, but the
See, it's
worst thing
also
is people are believing it and they're praising it because yay feminism. Like feminism isn't about pushing guys down; it's about equality between guys and girls.
see the weirdest thing is this saying. I think it only exists in English. I
Yeah,
don't remember such a saying in back home.
nobody
Nobody used to.
nobody ever says boys will be boys anywhere else apart from people who speak like in the U.S. or the U.K. That's it, or Australia or Canada or
Well,
whatever.
natively.
Natively English people, yes.
I don't fucking remember anything close to that back home.
Mm-mm.
Like, what the fuck is that? And someone had to actually go and explain to me what it meant because it just made no sense. Like, what the fuck does it mean? I was like, yeah, it still means shit. Like, what
Yes,
the
it
fuck?
doesn't mean anything because it's a harmless phrase that people use to be like, whatever. It's not an excuse for the patriarchy. Patriarchy, my ass. It just pissed me off so much the other day when I saw it. I was like, really? Who are? Again, feminism isn't about that. I'm not like obviously I'm not a rabid feminist or anything, but I thought it was just about women having equal rights and everybody being equal, and not push guys down because they say boys will be boys.
Mentioning that, Blizzard did an oopsie.
I don't believe that for a second. Blizzard have never done any oopsies.
No, this one's a major oopsie.
Oh, go on.
Uh, Basically, the employees of Blizzard are protesting, and they went out spreadsheets with all the salaries and wage disparities on all ranks, not just
Oh,
male and female, all ranks
oh no.
across the whole board.
How bad?
Oh, real bad, like
Oh,
genuinely real bad. Laying off 800 jobs and then pushing down salaries, something like that. I was like, fuck me.
is that
Uh,
because of? Oh, excuse me. I keep burping. Is that because of the virus or is it?
No, it's corporate.
Those are just corporate, right?
They fired 800 people before the fucking virus. Never hired any other people. Like, that shit was bad. Like, genuinely, just awful things. It's not as bad as Ubisoft's this CEO or CFO, whatever the fuck his actual title was. Still close.
Yeah,
Now, that guy, fuck that guy.
fuck me.
I mean, it is in a sense that you need to sell the game, so you need specific things to hit. But then again, it's like the usual. You do one RT project, one moneymaker project.
Yeah, but what's the last time Blizzard have actually put out a new IP?
Overwatch,
Yeah, but that's like 5 years ago now.
but they don't have many IPs.
I mean, yeah, but
They only have Lost Vikings, Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, and Overwatch. They have 5 IPs, nothing else.
and HOTS.
No, that still counts towards the other IPs.
Well, it's still a separate game, so to speak.
And still counts towards the other IPs.
Oh,
The intellectual property of Holstrom is just amalgamation of every
yeah,
other.
that's a really good point.
So HOTS is just an amalgamation of all those IPs in one place. They literally just have like fucking five IPs across the board. That's it.
Well, they've been riding on that WoW train for so long now that it doesn't.
I mean, it makes money.
Yeah, people are still paying for a subpar game, but obviously that's my opinion. Kids, don't at me. That's my opinion.
To be fair, what are the alternatives at this point? None.
Yeah, because WoW squashed them all.
No, it's because just the fucking MMO market is kind of dead, and people just wait for the next big thing, which they've been waiting for the past 2 decades at this point.
Yeah.
It still hasn't come out, and it won't come out because.
Is there gonna be a new expansion? I thought they were working on one.
No, I mean just in general.
Ah,
Just wait for a different
fucking Valve put out a new IP. Well, a new game.
Which one?
Alex.
Oh,
That's currently being hailed as the best VR title ever. And it's actually a pretty good game.
yeah, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I think I stopped giving a shit after episode 2 ended on a cliffhanger. Episode 3 never came.
I think I stopped giving a shit after I break the episode 1 on the first fucking screen, which is a legitimate thing. Valve games, the episodic Valve games are some of the most unpolished shit you've ever to fucking touch.
Do you know where the 2 most polished Valve games right now? Well, I'm not talking single player titles because obviously both Portal games are pretty polished. Dota and TF2.
I always thought that TF2 was dead.
I deleted it because after the whole shenanigans with the engines leaking and shit, I just couldn't be asked with it anymore. But no, TF2 is all right, and it's still pretty alive, and it's still full of a decent community that will like help you out if if you need the help. But yeah, Dota 2 is the most polished out of all of them right now, and that game makes big monies.
Oh yeah, but they don't fucking make any more new games, which is one of the saddest things in existence. Because
they're a good developer. They're not.
Well, they're not good, but how should I put it?
They have recognizable titles and a legacy, so you'd expect them to make something.
Not anymore.
Because Alex did so well, and they said, "Oh yeah, we might be working on." Somebody said, "Yeah, we worked on Half-Life 3 so many times, but we never got to the point where we were happy with it, so we never made it." And I was like, "Surely you have some dumb mechanic that can make it work and be fun." Because they were saying that they wanted to make Half-Life 3, but they wanted to revolutionize it and make something different from 1 and 2, because 2 is pretty different from 1, so to speak. And 2...
But 2 is worse. 2 is so fucking bad.
Yeah, but, like, put it this way. 1 revolutionized single-player narratives, so, like, how that works.
That's the only good thing I can say about 1.
2 revolutionized, like, just the first-person engine in general, plus physics and shit like that. So they were like...
they aged badly. Even back then they weren't great, but still.
But they were the first to do it.
Well,
like they were the first to fully integrate it into like gameplay, so to speak. Like other games did it too, but they weren't that good. Like Deus Ex 1, where the box just has the same weight as everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's different because also remember, System Shock 2 was out at that point also.
Yeah,
I
but
think
System
that
Shock 2 always, all the System Shock games, people praise them so much, but they were, I feel like they always kind of went under the mainstream radar.
yeah, they did because fucking System Shock 1 was a goddamn graphics calculator.
Yeah.
Legitimately very fucking difficult to operate. I remember back in the day how fucking hard it was.
Is it as
Like,
difficult as the original uh, uh, Resident Evil 4 port to PC?
we don't talk about that shit. We don't talk about that shit. I give a
Oh,
fucking. Although I
I
think it was a dehacked one. I'm honestly from what I've gathered, I think that was a dehacked one.
let me go to GOG actually. Do they have? I actually really
No,
want to
because
play
you're gonna
through.
have no. That's gonna be the newest one, not the one that we remember one.
No, I actually really want to play through. Oh, Blasphemous is 45% off. Go buy that too,
Yeah,
kids. That's a good game.
yeah, because there's a new DLC, but I don't fucking care about it. Another fucking 2D Souls like that's trying
No,
to be fucking.
it's there's a lot about it that's really cool. Resident. Am I not spelling it right?
It's another 2D Souls like in the face of fucking Salt and Sanctuary, but lacks all of the charm that Salt it's actually had.
Yeah, this
It's
one's
still not
just
a bad game. It's just
dark
boring as shit at this point.
Christianity. Very
I
dark.
mean,
A lot of blood, a lot of sin.
let's be fair here. That's the usual way this shit goes.
Yeah,
But by that I mean that
20 bucks on Steam for Resident Evil 4.
no, that's too much.
Tell me about it. Okay, date of birth, whatever. Please, I want to see the videos game. It is 14.99 UK for Resident Evil 4. I mean,
Too much.
you're gonna get your money's worth out of it.
Too much. No, see, I think that this is the newest port, which is actually playable.
2014 it came out, so yeah, it would be.
Yeah, that's fine, but still 15 quid for a fucking port like that.
You can get 4, 5, and 6 with 42.
5,
Uh,
fuck off.
the collector's bundle for all the games is 97.13. 100 quid. It's not on GOG though. I tried to find it on GOG, but it's not there. Is it on Humble Bundle?
Maybe it's Humble Bundle.
Let's have a look at Humble Bundle real quick, children. Resident, if I can spell it. Evil. RE5 on Humble Bundle is currently 350 UK, so. And 4 is still 14.99. So you can play 5, although 5 is one of those, again, it's not the current climate to play 5 in, I'll say that.
I've never liked 5.
5's alright. It's pretty good.
Nah,
It's pretty good
prefer
at co-op.
6. I genuinely prefer 6.
Yeah, but 6 is just an action game. It's not even.
I know, it's kind of fucking hilarious.
No, 6 is goofy as hell.
It's hilarious.
Playing the Chris campaign and just going on the slides before going into the mission and just playing in the kids thing. That's pretty funny. Yeah, 6
Like,
6 just went balls to the wall, but it's so fucking long.
oh well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the 5 was actually quite short.
Yeah,
So annoying
it's
as
about
hell.
12 hours, I think.
12 hours is actually that's pretty fine.
I think it's about 12.
I think it's less.
Evil 5 campaign length is what I need. Yeah, main story 12.4. Main plus extra 17. Completionist 34 and a 35.
Oh, because you had to replay shit on completionist.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
but yeah, the main campaign is about 12 hours. So yeah, just casual first person game. Well, not first person, a single player game, I should say, not first person. RE4.
Also, I mean, just buy yourself the System Shock 1 playthrough it. You'll love it.
Okay. I will have a look. But yeah. We're getting a Resident Evil 4 remake as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine by
It's
me.
par for
Although
the course.
Resident Evil 3 remake was a fucking shit show and a half.
Yeah, people liked the Nemesis bits, but they didn't like the rest for some reason.
But the Nemesis was fucking worse. I mean, that shit was genuinely worse.
The last season of Street Fighter V announced. We're getting 4 new characters. It's Dan. Yeah, Dan's only. It's only now that they're putting Dan in the game.
Okay.
Rose.
Ooh.
Hold on. Street Fighter V last season character. I forgot the other 2. I think it's Oro.
Don't remember that one.
Oro is from season Third Strike. Kind of looks like Dawson, but it's a bit more wrinkly.
Don't remember, don't care.
I'll send you the link. Well, I'll send you the picture actually of him.
It's the usual don't care.
Yeah, that's Oro. Yeah, Dan, Oro, Rose, and Akira from Rival Schools.
Yeah, I don't remember this. Oh wait, I remember this asshole. I mean, before he's the most broken thing in existence.
Double Jump Boy. Yeah, apparently he had a lot of gimmicks in Third Strike, and people loved him for it. But yeah, Street Fighter V has finally shaped up. People are saying that it's finally worth buying and playing now because of all the shit they've put into it.
Yeah, but it's also the fucking. But it's also the DLCs you have to buy separately.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't know, because one of my friends bought himself Street Fighter 4. I went to his place and he was like, "Oh, let's play some Street Fighter." I was like, "Okay, sure." 10 characters. That's how much he.
That's
had.
the original 5, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Because
"Are
they
you
wanted to
fucking
put it down as a service thing, and they really fucked up. But they've come around to like accepting it and being responsible for it.
fucking 10 characters, and none of them were actually even good. I don't think the game had fucking Ken.
No, it did. Ken, no, actually, no. Ken came slightly later, I think.
I think that it just had Ryu out of the original ones.
Street Fighter V initial roster. Let's have a look.
I think there were a lot of big names missing.
Yeah, it also had a big problem with like input lag as well.
Oh yeah, that I remember as well. But that was just part of the course at this point. They released a piece of shit like that. What did you expect?
No, they had more than 10. So the base roster was Birdie, Cammy, Chun-Li, Dhalsim, Fang, Karen, Ken, Laura, M. Bison, Nash, Nikali, Armika, Rashid, Ryu, Vega, and Zangief.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a fucking pathetic roster. I mean, you didn't have the people I usually play when I try and.
I just play Gi for Ryu all the time. I don't really care about anyone else.
I mean, to be fair, I play Street Fighter like once every 2 years.
Yeah.
So I have like fucking 5 characters I actually.
Wait, was Akuma there? Did I miss him? Or did he come? Oh, he came in season 2. Yeah, the Lion Mane one. Yeah, season 1 was Alex, Balrog, Guile, Ibuki, Juri, and Urien.
Yeah, I mean, you release a fucking Street Fighter game without fucking Guile?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure Guile came with the single player as soon as season 1 dropped, and that was pretty soon afterwards.
Yeah, still though. What the fuck is that?
Then season 2 was Abigail, Akuma, Ed, Colin, Minat, and Zeku.
I just the ones I usually played was the Sea Viper.
I don't think she's in this one.
Of course she isn't.
Yeah, season 3, Blanca, Cody, Falk, G, Sagat, and Sakura.
What was the name of that fucking ninja? The big brother of that one. Well, the explanation's 10 out of 10.
Season 4, E Honda, Gil, Cage, Lucia, Poison, and Seth. And yeah, season 5, Akira, Dan, Oro, and Rose. So now it's a big old cluster of characters, but.
No, El Fuerte. I played a lot of El Fuerte. Oh, I think it was Fei Long. No.
No, Fei Long's the Bruce Lee stand-in, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or did you play the guy that was like a military man?
No.
Street Fighter 4 cast.
No, but I did play a shit ton of fucking roles. And Sea Viper. Both Rose and Sea Viper were my 2 main characters. For some unknown reason.
Okay.
Honestly, I just picked on random because I didn't know I liked them the most. I tried playing fucking Bison. I was like, no, thank you. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, I tried playing, I think, Guile, but charge characters in Japanese games really confuse me. It's just getting combos with the charge folks is just.
I couldn't get them. I tried Gen, and I wasn't good at it, so I was like,
I
fuck it.
like. Who did I like in Street Fighter 4? Let me quickly have a look. Is it Rolento that you're talking about, by the way?
No,
No.
no, 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 no. The guy was a ninja. Fuck Rolento.
Yeah. In
Watch.
SF4, I played a bunch of Blanca. Not Blanca, sorry, Akuma. I don't want to say Blanca.
It wasn't Cody, that's for sure.
Yeah, I played a bunch of Dudley in SF4 as well. Because Dudley's fucking awesome.
Let me check the arcade edition.
You're not talking about Guy, are you?
Maybe I think it was
Guy
Guy.
from Final Fight, yeah.
Maybe it was Guy. No wait.
Profound sadness. That guy.
Oh no! Wait. I think it was Yang.
Oh, Yang. Okay. Puffy Pants guy.
I think it was Yang. Oh, because no wait, it was Ibuki was his little sister who was constantly.
Was she? I don't think
It
she
was
was.
something like that.
She is in Street Fighter 5.
Played a bit of Ibuki. Never, I think that she motivation was that someone else was her like big brother, and she goes
I
after
shall
him.
tell you now.
I can't remember honestly. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Ah, she likes her pet Don-chan. He's a raccoon dog, roasted sweet potatoes, and midwife toads. And she doesn't like ninja training in detention. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, rivals. Yada, 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 yada. I don't see anybody. She's alignment, Japanese voice actors, English voice actors. For fuck's sake. No, I don't see any.
Oh, it was Guy. It was Guy. It was Guy.
Was it Guy? It was Guy, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was Guy. It was Guy. It was Guy in the Ibuki.
The guy who
Some reason.
the guy who screams profound sadness when he gets beat.
Yeah, honestly, I actually like playing Guy from the most.
Guy's
for some
alright.
reason.
He's got pretty cool combos.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's easy to fucking pick up. Fucking M Bison of 240 degrees, half circle to the left, then to the right, then up down, and then jump.
Yeah,
Shield
plays
some shit
plays
out
a little
like
bit like King of Fighters
the
character.
So the moment they actually were like, you have to go counterclockwise to a 240 degrees, I was like, yeah, I'm out.
It's like, see you later, bye.
Because I don't think I can actually pull this off on anything besides the specific controllers. They are the ones I
On the fight sticks.
yeah, fight sticks. Because I try on PC it made more sense because it's basically just pressing buttons in a very rhythmic fashion.
Yeah, I actually found it really easy to play fighting games with a keyboard.
But then again, no.
There was a point where I got really good at Skullgirls on a keyboard, and people found it very weird. But I've not played Skullgirls in ages, actually, and I might actually get back to that.
But it depends, because so half of them are actually much easier to play on fucking on a controller.
Yeah, some games are. Well, it depends on the player. A lot of players prefer pad. A lot of players prefer stick. So, go figure.
Don't look at me.
Well then, last week
I gave you a good movie.
you gave me a little film called The Monster, and the monster isn't even a center point of the film.
Of course it isn't.
And I read some user reviews where they said, why is this movie called The Monster? The monster is barely in it.
I don't know. Maybe because it's just a placeholder.
And those people are fucking stupid because the monster is a metaphor. It's not even that important to the story.
It isn't, but it's still there, and I liked it. Even though the design could have used more work.
Well, no, it's clear that they didn't have much of a budget for the film itself because there's barely any actors in it, and the whole film takes place on a road.
Country road.
And it's all in the dark to conceal the actual monster because it's entirely practical.
It does look like shit. I'm not gonna pretend.
There are shots where it looks terrible, yes. But the movie is practical, very little digital effects in it, which I appreciate for a movie like this. Spoilers. If you don't want to know about the monster, obviously tune out, but don't, because this is a podcast and you come here to listen, or go watch the movie and come back. We'll wait.
Yeah, in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah. Just pause now. If you're listening to the recording of this, watch the movie, come back. So this is the story about a mother and The movie, even though marketed in the trailers as a monster movie, is not. Well, it is, but it's not. It's a movie about mother-daughter relationships and how regardless of all the shit they talk to each other and how much they hate each other, they don't. They actually really love each other. And it's got one of the I think one of the tightest scripts I've seen in a while for a film, where there's no plot holes, there's no bloat. Every scene is purposeful. There isn't just a scene where they're like, "Ooh, I hate you. Ooh, I hate you too." Like every single scene where there's a flashback where the two of them shout at each other because mommy has her issues and she drinks and they've divorced and her current boyfriend is a piece of shit and she's clearly
I
trying.
think it was. I think it was also implied that her husband, ex-husband, was actually an abusive motherfucker.
Yes, that too.
It was alluded, but never shown.
It was alluded, but there were bits where she takes that frustration out on the kid. Also, both
Yeah,
both girls in this film knock it out of the park.
I know. That's the
Solid
one thing
solid
I
acting
actually
for
loved
both of
about.
them.
Yeah, this is the one thing I absolutely loved about this movie was the acting.
The acting was solid 10. Like every single bit of it, every time there's something going on, dramatic or not, just great. It's basically a story about a mother trying to connect with her daughter on a personal level, even though they've always loved each other. And she's gone down a dark path of alcohol and drugs and sleeping with the wrong people because she's clearly still young as well. And she's
Mm.
on the self-discovery path, but she's neglecting the kid in the meantime. And the kid is in that age where she's a teenager or early stages of teenager, even though she was 16 when this film came out, because she's 19 now, by the way. I looked it up. And
Oh, QuakeCon is happening.
is that what it is?
I mean, it's gonna happen soon.
Huh. And it's basically the two of them just fighting all the time. We get a scene of them fighting, and then we get every single interaction they have, which isn't part of the main story. Well, technically it is part of the main story, but doesn't take place now. Is all told in flashback, but it's all incredibly tasteful because the movie is only an hour and a half long, and it doesn't overstay or understay its welcome. It's just perfect in the way it's executed. But the story goes, they get into a big fight, and the mom is supposed to take the girl to the dad. She's supposed to drive her there, and they're supposed to go early in the morning, but she's very drunk from the night before, and she falls asleep again, and they go in the afternoon, leading to them driving in the night. So they pop a tire, crash into a wolf, fuck up the left side of the car so they can't get out of that side. And they're like, well, it's raining. We can't get out of the car. We're in the middle of nowhere. Let's phone up emergency services. They can come pick us up because I owe my hand and I owe my daughter. She may have a concussion.
You know, the movie actually follows quite a lot of logical decisions.
No, there's no horror movie tropes in this. Well, there is a little bit, obviously,
It's a
but
lot of it, but here's the thing: they actually make smart decisions.
one, they make smart decisions, and two, every decision they make actually makes sense of the context of the story and where things have gone. Because let's face it, you've just knocked over a wolf in the road. Your kid's a curious little girl who's blossoming. You're a fucking idiot. Well, not an idiot, but you're disturbed because you've had a terrible past with your husband, and you've tried to like keep your kid on edge or on the straight edge because you don't want her to like do the same mistakes you did, and you're trying to like push this sort of, I'm your mother, you should listen to me, but also be your own person. The last thing you want to do is lose control in front of the kid when when clearly you're hurt and stuff. So she tries to keep her cool the whole way through until obviously they get attacked by the monster. And then we get little flashbacks, little reveals of the story. My favorite bit of this entire film is they have to go to there's a there's a flashback where they have to go to the girl's play at her school apparently, and they scream at each other And this movie doesn't hold back with language, I should say. There's a lot of fucks and a lot of shits and a lot of cunts, a lot of bad words. But it's the mom, and she's like, "Come on, get in the car. You're gonna be late for your play." And she's like, "I don't want you going to the play because you're never there for me." And the mom straight up just goes, "Fuck you." And the kid goes, "You don't speak to me like that." And they have a little screaming match. And the mom goes, "Right then, get your own fucking ride." And she gets in the car and drives off, leading to the little girl. Only then, and that the mother was out of the scene, that's when she says "fuck you" for the first time, which is so real. Because nobody, unless they're a piece of shit or they weren't raised properly, says openly "fuck you" to their parents. You say it when the parents leave the room. And that was the perfect example of that. And I was like, oh, this movie understands how personal relationships go between like an angsty teen and their kids and their parents. She even gets the bit when her mom's passed out on the couch, like a flashback, and she goes up to her with a knife while she's passed out. She's like, "I hate you. I hate you." Like, that's a real thing kids do. But then she passes out next to the toilet because she gets drunk, and the girl goes and hugs her from behind just to comfort her, which again shows the very conflicted nature of the two of them and how they really love each other, but they also have these big fights, these big spats. And obviously then they're in the car now and it's fucked up, and the guy comes with the tow truck to help him. He's like, "Oh, the axle in your car's fucked up. I'm going to have to fix it before I can get it on the truck because it's locked the wheels." And he's like, "Oh, but because we're so far out, it's going to be a couple more minutes before the ambulance comes." And that's the point where the monster attacks because the guy just disappears and then his arm just falls next to the car. And that's when they see the monster for the first time, where it kills the guy at the truck. And we get the partial reveal. We don't really see it. We see it a couple more times, like in the background and, during previous scenes. But we get to the point where now there's just the two of them left. And they're like, well, we're going to need to figure something out here. We're going to need to maybe go get the keys and just get in the tow truck and drive away. And then they get attacked by the monster. And as that attack is happening, the ambulance comes up and the monster runs away. So the doctors are like, "Okay, let's get you fixed up. Let's get you patched up, blah, blah, blah." Then the monster attacks again, and it's revealed that the monster hates light. Which is a pretty cool reveal because you see the mom shine a flashlight in its eyes and it kind of runs off. She's like, okay, this makes sense. Which again is a logical thing. It's a pretty cool detail that a lot of horror movies will knock you over the head with. This one doesn't knock you over the head with anything apart from the monster metaphor, and it's a story about the little girl coming, how do I put it? Blossoming. Yeah? Does that make sense?
I mean, it's a story about maturing.
Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. She's maturing, and up until that point, she's very mature around her mom, but outside of that, she's very childish, and she still listens to this little bear to calm herself down. But it's revealed that that's the bear that calms her down before, while the boyfriend tries to assault her, and the mom stops her, but then the mom assaults her, and she uses the bear as comfort, and that makes again perfect sense, and that's pretty cool callback. Because she's hiding from the boyfriend and underneath a little tent that she's made, and later on in the film she hides from the monster underneath inside the ambulance. So that's again, every scene calls back to another scene that we've already seen. And they get attacked by the monster. The mom's even more injured because they're driving away in the ambulance and it just smacks it. And that's the point where we get the call back to the scene where she's telling her mom that she doesn't want her to go with her to the play. She literally repeats over and over, "Don't go. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go." However, this time she's saying it because her mom says, "I'm going to sacrifice myself so you can run away. And I'm going to die because I'm already half dead because I'm vomiting blood because I'm fucked." And she starts going. She's apart from like this time she doesn't scream, "I don't want you to go" at her. She's crying it because she doesn't want her to die. And it's a very touching moment because up until this point they've had this weird relationship and they've been weird to each other. But now it's very touching and we really care for each other. And then we got a flashback where they're holding hands and crying because they actually care. And the mom sacrifices herself. It's a terrible thing to look at because the monster just ripping her to shreds. And there's blood everywhere. And then the kid comes up and she saves her from the monster. And that's when she eventually matures into her, into her adult self, so to speak, because she makes a plan and she kills the thing with a fucking spray can and a lighter. The lighter that she plays with at the start of the film.
Which I think was her dad.
Yes. Because her mom is like, "Yeah, no, don't play with that. Don't play with that. Don't play with that." And then when they're in the car, the mom is playing with it. Hold on, I forgot the two girls' names. I think it's probably on the screen, but I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, it's Zoe Kazan that plays the mom, and Ella Ballantyne that plays the daughter. They're both fucking great. And again, this movie isn't about the monster. It's about the personal relationship between the two leads. And it's shot very well, and it's written. I think the writing really stands out in this. But again, a lot of the user reviews were, this movie, the monster isn't in it that much, and the little girl's annoying. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Also, I think I found the Stevie 11's new episode.
What the he put out the one about
No, he's gonna make a new one, and I think I know which game it's gonna be.
which game?
Oh, you just have to wait and see.
Oh, god damn it! But yeah, I recommend The Monster. It's got a lot of things that you would expect from it. Oh god, what is that? You playing Doom again?
No.
It has it has every single bit that you would expect from an A24 film. A mellow piano soundtrack.
Of course.
Artsy shots and incredible main leads, but it also has gruesome gore and a lot of swearing. And pretty cool effects, apart from the bit at the end with the fire that did not look great at all. But yeah, there's a lot of subtext and there's a lot of metaphors, and it's just very well written. And if you like a kind of slower horror film, because this isn't the fastest pace in the world.
Yeah, it is actually quite slow. Even slow by anyone's standards.
Well, no, there's only like 3 encounters with the monster in total. There's the first one where he kills the guy, the second with the ambulance, the third one where they kill it.
Yeah, but that's the first encounter happens like 40 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, but and it's only an hour and a half, and it's so well paced. Do you know what I feel? It's paced like a late 80s horror film where the villain dies at the end and the film just ends. It has a lot of that charm. It has a lot of the late 80s, early 90s horror charm of there is monster kill people, monster dead, end of movie. Oh yeah, and people were like, where did the monster come from? I'm like, it's not about that.
I mean, for them it is because they expected the monster movie, which I do understand. Sometimes you do expect the monster movie.
But that's like watching Monster with Charlize Theron and going, there is no monster in this film.
Yeah, but you have Charlize Theron.
She plays the monster in the film, for fuck's sake. But yeah.
I know, but you still have Charlize Theron.
Yeah, but she looks terrible. She's in the makeup and the fake teeth, and she put on a bunch of weight. Great actress.
I mean,
you still have Charlize Theron, yeah.
Yeah, it's the other one, Charlize Theron.
I wouldn't complain if Charlize Theron is in more things. Although apparently the last film she was in wasn't that great, but people watched it because she was in it, and they were like, yeah, she was a standout again.
Which one?
The old
Bombshell?
was it the old guard?
The fuck is the? She was also the producer. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's that film.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
this movie. Yeah.
but
No.
yeah, if you want
I
to
haven't
watch,
watched it. I don't
if you
want to
want
watch it.
to, if you want to watch a great family drama that has some monster in it, watch The Monster because that is literally what I can describe it as. It's a little bit tropey, but it's tropey in a good way, and there are no dumb horror tropes in this. As in, let's split up. Oh, one of us wandered off because we're a fucking idiot. No, no, no. Everybody makes logical decisions, and people generally act. They're acting like a person, like a real person would act in that situation. Although a real person would probably shit their pants, which they might have. We don't know. And yeah, the two girls go through thick and thin, only for one of them to tell the other that they love each other, and it reflects that in the flashbacks and in the flash forwards to where they were going through a lot of emotional abuse to reach a good conclusion, and they go through a shitload of physical abuse to reach another good conclusion, and the two are juxtaposed to use a video essay word because a lot of people use that word in video essays.
Yeah. The juxtaposition between the characters is
Yes.
indicative
Yeah.
the
Juxtapose, tantamount, that kind of
how
word. Yeah.
it is a tantamount's ability to produce a movie of such good quality with such low funds. It is what was the other one? It is by no means a detriment to the
Yes.
inner
Striking imagery and
ability.
exuberant
Oh,
colors.
and a thematical themes. I actually fucking read once thematical themes. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I don't mind a video essay every now and then, but when they just open a thesaurus and they bloat it up with a bunch of long words to appear smarter and they put like dramatic music in the background, like, shut the fuck up.
Listen, to be fair, this we kind of had to suffer the same shit in university when we were writing our fucking reports using
Mm-hmm.
words
Mm-hmm.
let's just say a bit too big for anyone's.
Hey, you gotta hit that character limit, man.
I mean, oh god, every dot becomes that is not. Fuck that shit.
Yep. Like apostrophes stop working, and it's all
I don't know. I don't have an apostrophe on my fucking keyboard.
do not have an apostrophe upon my keyboard.
Also repeat the same fucking sentence 5 times in a row, but with
But
different
change it
words.
ever so slightly to the point where it's separate sentences. They all say the same thing. Yeah.
I get an 80 with amazing fucking talent. I'm like, you fuck off.
Uh, but yeah.
See, back home we call this Rastega and a Wukumi. You know what?
Stretching the Turkish delight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Stretch that Turkish delight. Yeah.
Because technically, a good Turkish delight you can stretch for however the fuck you want. It's like toffee.
It's just sugar. Yeah. Rose
And
sugar.
that's the whole point of it. You can stretch it however long you want. Still the same shit.
Yeah. Also, Herman Lee is currently live. The guitarist from Dragon Force, and I'm pretty sure he has Michelangelo Bedio as his guest. So that I'm gonna go watch that after we're done with this because if you don't know who Michelangelo Bedio is, if we're talking about shredders, guitars that can play good solos, he is the best one. By that I mean he's the most well equipped. He does the most work. The man can play right-handed, left-handed, upside down, downside up. He can just do everything. There's a solo of his where he plays on like a double neck guitar, but it's not like a neck above a neck. It's like sideways on each end. And he like plays with one hand, then he plays with the other, then he plays two hands at the same time, but they're both playing different melodies. It's ridiculous. But yeah, The Monster is a good time. It's a downer. It's a big old downer of a film. With
I remember watching the fucking the trailer for this movie back in the day. I was like, oh, this is gonna be actually interesting. I
Yeah.
always thought it was gonna be a monster movie, much like everyone else, but it wasn't.
Well, technically,
So I
it
was
still
like,
is a monster movie, but
not to that extent. I expected more monster, less story.
I like a good story. Like you
Yeah,
need a good story in a horror film to actually make it work.
debatable.
Well, you need to care for the characters at least a little.
Debatable. None of us gave two shits about fucking Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Or
but
how.
Friday the 13th has made that you hate the characters, so you just want to see how Jason's going to kill him.
Well, even no, you don't even fucking get them. They do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one because there's a lot of character in it, and it's a movie about a broken family that isn't actually that broken, and they all really care for each other. And there's a mother-daughter metaphor in there, and
Yeah,
the
and
monster's there to show off both the father
so
and
and
the way the girl
so when
grows.
it came out like 6 months after it was supposed to come out in the UK.
2016, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, and it came out like 2017. I watched it. I was like, well, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected, but it's a pretty good movie. Why are people hearing it? Oh, it's because of the same principle, because everybody watched the trailer. I was like, oh, this looks like an interesting the type of a monster movie where two people are jammed in the middle of the street with no help around and they have to survive a monster. Which, in essence, does kind of happen, but they
Yeah.
expected more monster and more horror rather than more existential crisis and fucking growing up in the middle of a
Which is
crisis.
fucking awesome.
Which is fair
Yeah.
and
No, it's
normal, and I
fair,
don't hate it. They don't hate
but
it,
to be
you
honest
know.
with you, recently I've been
But
really
I
enjoying films with a lot more character than spectacle.
listen. The thing is, I didn't feel like I was bamboozled into this like some other movies where I just get fucking whacked around,
Yeah.
just jerked off by the promises for shit that's actually was.
Yeah, so that's the thing. When we recommend movies to each other, I never actually like apart from reading the synopsis at the end of the podcast, just to be like, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what the movie for next week is. Also, the last episode of Doom Patrol season 2 is out, so I'm gonna have to watch that as well. I thought it was only 7, but it was 9. But yeah, this movie doesn't. Do you know what I liked about it the most? It doesn't hit you over the head with its message. Because
It doesn't
a lot of
really
films will be like, "Ooh, violence against your kids is bad" and stuff like that. And it doesn't even it addresses it a little, but it's never like this is bad.
Oh wait, I did make you watch Babysitter, right?
Babysitter,
The Babysitter
The Babysitter, 2017. I
with
think.
King Batch. With King Batch.
Oh, what the? The events of one evening take an unexpected turn for the worse for a young boy trying to spy on his babysitter. I mean, Samara Weaving's in it, so I'm not
Mm-hmm.
totally unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
But
See, the funny thing is, I actually watched it because of Samara Weaving. I actually got a really decent movie out of it.
is it?
Also, oh yeah, it's actually pretty decent. I think I gave it to you. Why do I think I gave it to
No,
you?
I don't think we've ever watched this one.
I watched it. Also, King Batch is in it. For a girl, it's like fucking 10 minutes. I must say, it wasn't really that bad. I expected more memes, but less. Still a good
To be
job.
honest with you, out of all the Viners that have broken away from Vine, the only one I actually really enjoy the content from, well, there's two, but one in particular, Drew Gooden.
Mm.
Drew Gooden does really good videos.
I've mostly been watching occasionally King Batch because the guy has some actual top tier fucking bullshit comedy.
Yeah, if you watch Cody Ko and Noel, they do pretty good shit as well. Their That's Cringe series is fucking great. They just watch a video and rip it apart. It's the funniest thing. It's not like scripted or anything. It's just basically imagine us two watching a video in the same room and just pissing on it. That's the video.
So, what movie will I have to watch for next week?
Well, I thought about giving you, and I already forgot the name. It came out last year, and it was an alien film. Hold on. I mean, you can watch this one too, obviously. If you, oh come on. I'm looking it up.
See, also the funny thing is at the time I didn't even know who King Batch was. I kind of found out afterwards. So I was like, oh dear lord, this is an actual. This was the Vine that I saw that. Then I rewatched the one. I was like, I actually expected this to be worse now when I watched it and knew who it was.
Right.
Like, damn, it's not even bad.
Right. Do you wanna watch an alien film or a film that has the exact same themes and the exact same sort
Give me
of
an alien
structure as
movie.
this one?
Give me an alien movie.
The Vast of Night.
I actually don't know this one.
That it's again a lower budget film. It's kind of like this one. It's very artsy, and it's very well structured.
Wait.
And most of the story is told through like side stuff. Like the main story itself is around the other, but
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
it's one of those that you would read the user reviews and you go, "What the fuck are these people talking about? This movie's great." But that's my opinion, obviously. So, yeah, this month, August, we're doing movies that are
I mean, see, the funny thing is, most people that review movies, even us to an extent, occasionally do just get over their heads. But then again, when I give you shit movies, I expect them to be shit.
yeah.
I don't give you for the fucking the low hanging fruit because I could always fucking make you watch Avengers. Oh yeah, I went there.
Yeah, but
And
low
other
hanging
shit.
fruit in general is current like big blockbusters. We talk about them on the podcast because we've seen them, but we don't talk about them as the main film.
And
You know?
and other low hanging fruits. But those are easy. The actual shit movies we talked about a couple of fucking weeks ago. Oh boy,
Those were Jesus Christ, yeah.
I'm still looking for a worse movie than Alien Beasts. Still am.
I might have found one, but we'll get to it eventually. But yeah, this
See,
month
even
we're
Neil
doing sort
Bean.
of hidden
Listen,
gems. Oh, go on.
see, I showed you a movie that even Neil Bean can top of with shittiness.
Neil Breen is a saint.
Neil Bean is a lot of things. It's not one of them.
A good filmmaker is not one of them. Yeah. But yeah, this month we're doing sort of not hidden gems, but movies that didn't really get a lot of
They got overlooked.
yeah, they weren't in the limelight as much and people kind of didn't see them, but they're still good movies.
I mean, it's also difficult to gauge which exact movies enter this category because some people have seen these movies, others have not, and also you have to probably do a little bit more research of what came out around them. Because here's the thing, you remember that movie? No, Robin King Arthur.
Oh, the Guy Ritchie one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one got decent publicity.
but here's the thing: it got sandwiched between movies that were more looked forward to than it.
Didn't it come out around the big comic book film?
You know, it came out a week before Alien Covenant. God knows the least I have to talk about. People were looking forward to the Covenant, and then the less I talk about that shit show, the more. And before that, it came Avengers. What of the? Avengers
I'm telling you now.
out?
Hold on. So May 2017, movie release calendar. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then,
A week before.
I think so. Then the dinner?
And Covenant.
King Arthur then.
Covenant was the next week. I remember this much.
I think so.
I remember this
There's a
much.
lot of shit films that came out. There we go. There's Covenant there.
A week, literally a week.
Yeah.
And people weren't really looking forward to King Arthur. Even though the movie wasn't great, it wasn't good.
Yeah, Baywatch came the same month. Pirates came out the same month. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, those movies are actually fucking worse than
Yeah.
King Arthur. For some reason, people still don't give them enough shit as they should.
One thing I'll say about Prometheus and Covenant.
They're
What,
one of
the one redeeming thing, or the one thing I actually like about those films is the special effects.
I don't even like those. They're fucking shit. Honestly,
Especially in
I think-
Prometheus.
I honestly don't fucking. I think that people make me watch Prometheus in 3D, and you know I don't fucking watch 3D shit because my eyes hurt.
Yeah.
Even after all those years, I can't watch 3D, and they still fucking insist on going and watching 3D.
Yeah, there's been times where I've watched 3D and I've had a headache afterwards because it's not good, because the glasses are shit and it's not good 3D. The only movie there's two movies worth seeing in 3D. It's Dread and Doctor Strange.
And Avatar. Let's be fair, Avatar was.
Avatar was made for IMAX 3D. That's completely different.
And I was watching that. I was watching Prometheus on IMAX 3D.
Oh god.
Yeah, so my eyes were fucking strange.
Dread was actually shot for 3D, and it looks really good in 3D because everything actually comes at you, and there's a lot of depth. Doctor Strange also the
Honestly, I
scenes
watched-
in Doctor Strange
I-
with the city twisting around look incredible in 3D.
I watched Dread, and I think the movie is a piece of shit. But the actor, it
Carl
was
Urban.
Carl Urban.
Yes.
Yeah, Carl Urban did the best he could with the limited resources that were given to him.
Yeah.
They tried to just remake a much better movie, and they kind of failed.
But yeah, The Vast of Night is for next week. I was gonna give you Relic.
Fuck was
Came out this year. Not a lot of barely anybody has seen it, but it has the exact same themes as this one that we watched tonight. It's very similar in tone, but don't look at the trailer because it's again the same as this. It's marketed as a horror film.
This movie, yeah. I wonder what happened with it.
Relic is fucking incredible, but it's such a depressing film. And
I wonder what happened with this movie.
it punches you in the gut so fucking hard it hurts. I'm not even kidding.
I know. I wonder because I remember. I think I fucking told you about this movie back in like a couple of months ago.
We might have talked about it, but yeah, Relic is incredible. Like it's gothic horror, so to speak. It's kind of like the Babadook in tone. Minus the really annoying kid.
I still have so many issues with that fucking movie. So many, and I just people fucking. Ugh.
But yeah, if you want to have a look at Relic, we can gloss over it next week.
I'll see how I'm doing with time.
Yeah.
Maybe I have enough.
But yeah, The Vast of Night is your film for next week.
Okay, Vast of Night.
It's a good film. It's a really good film. Jesus Christ. Well, in my humble opinion. But yeah, I believe that's us for the evening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make some food and watch the final episode of Doom Patrol and cry probably. If that show doesn't get a third season, I will not be happy.
Honestly, you have to be prepared at some point.
Yeah, me and Siobhan, my boss basically at work, she was like, if they don't do a third season, I'm gonna email DC and say I'm dying and I really want to see a third season. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make a Make-A-Wish campaign. Right then. Well, this has been the Voices from Behind. The Voices, really? Voices from Behind podcast, episode 80. 80. It's a lot of episodes. Thank you for listening, watching, tuning in, all that.
So I have to think about the fucking episode 100.
Oh no! Oh, we do like a special episode. Should we just do an episode and I'll just compile clips from all the episodes and release that instead?
Oh, wow, we're just gonna phone it in like
It's
that?
the laziest thing, yeah. We phone it in every night. It's not even.
Oh, I suppose.
I don't think we are. I think we're still like talking about shit. It's not like we're coming on it with low effort.
Yeah, there's not much to do at this point. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's just nothing else to do.
Yeah. Plus quarantine and shit. Podcast to keep people sane. I've actually had people say that they like listening to it, so I'm okay with that. We're getting listens on all the platforms, so doing all right. Right then, I will lead us into the night because I really need to go make some food because I haven't had anything yet. And
Gute Nacht, meine Freunde.
Gute Nacht, and we shall see you all next week on the Voices from Behind podcast. Where the fuck is the music? There it is. I'm transitioning. Yeah.